Usually, I try to keep politics away from this channel, and by politics, I mean things that the politicians are paid to talk about. But every now and then, someone says something so monumentally stupid that we actually do get a crossover event. And as usually, I try to censor the name of the person that says it, but in this situation, their name is relevant. And in a little bit, you're going to see as to why. But with that said, please do not contact this person. We do not want to give attention to the people that we criticize on the internet. Due to the fact that these people, they take any type of criticism as harassment, an actual harassment as death threat. So please do not, okay? Because we're just watching in awe at what this person is capable of saying. Now, as you're probably aware, there has been a tragedy in the United States, which I cannot talk about due to YouTube's policies, but I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm referring to. And as usual, when these tragedies happen, you have to say the speech. You have to say the correct things if you're a progressive individual, especially one on Twitter, so that all of your friends can clap for you and appreciate what a great human being you are. But with that said, I think the gun debate in the United States has already been settled for at least a couple of generations during the previous riots that we have witnessed. A time in which you could have turned on any American television station and flicked through any channel, and you'd get more than 100 reasons on why you need to buy a gun. You see, the progressive brainlets of the United States, on one hand, demanded so that the police gets defunded, demoralize the cops, explain to people why cops are evil, and they did their utmost best in order to hold the cops back. So, using police officers in order to defend yourself or your property is definitely not acceptable. But on the other hand, you're also not supposed to use a gun in order to defend yourself. Do you see a trend here? Do you see some problem that may arrive with this line of thinking? But okay, you know, that is the American politics, the progressive thinking that is a little bit too advanced for a bigot like myself. I'm just a troll, what do I know? But now you have the 90s coming back, and there have been many people, I have to say, which has used the talking points from that previous time era where video games are causing violence. But a specific individual has took it up a notch. This gentleman has said that if you work on a video game that uses modern day firearms to shoot other humans, you need a real hard look in the mirror tonight. Now, the reason that I said I don't want to censor his name, because, well, this is a public platform, and I guess he wants as many people as possible to listen to his very interesting take, is also due to the level of hypocrisy being displayed here. I mean, this is what he has used on his thumbnail. And you see, this is the reason that I think progressive individuals do not care about the truth, do not care about principles, do not care if what they say is even right or not. The only thing that they care about is, if I say this, how will other progressive individuals think about myself? Their only concern is clout. Their only concern is how other people view them. Appearance is the most important aspect of the progressive mind. And this is why you have an individual which absolutely loves games, having violence and having weapons in them, but at the same time denounces them. Now, again, it wouldn't make any sense, right? But if you look at the way it's like, okay, well, this is what he has to say. He has to speak the speech. He is compelled. The chains of social justice has locked him, and he is unable to do what he wants. He has to do what is required. Then it makes a lot of sense. I also love the fact that he says guns are a cultural problem in the United States. Again, a country that only a couple of years ago was chanting defund the police and how all the cops are evil and we demoralizing the cops is a good thing. The way we portray guns in media is not the root cause, but it is also the blind ignorance to say that glorification of that gun culture in video games is not a contributor to desensitization. I want reform, our industry isn't helping. So I just want to point out that the reason I do not believe this type of logic is that I have yet to see a single progressive individual denounce rap music. You know, the type of music that glorifies gangsta culture. It's like, hey, I'm gangsta. I'm really gangsta. I like doing the gangsta shit, and I do the gangsta signs. And hey, we're gangsta. We're gangsting together. Yeah, you don't see progressive individuals tackle that culture. Why is it? Why is that? Why is that? Why is it okay for rap music, which glorifies, I love this word, glorified, gangsta culture, but it's not okay for Call of Duty? Which, by the way, like, they don't necessarily glorify firearms, but they glorify fighting for your country, you know, which is what the Ukrainians are doing right now. I mean, it's the same logic, right? Like, Ukrainians, they're doing a good job, and we need to arm Ukrainian civilians, and we need to send them more weapons. Which kind of begs the question, like, if you're a Ukrainian, are you allowed to play video games? This is what I would want to ask Ross Peterson, right? If video games, they glorify the violence and the guns, right? If I'm a Ukrainian, am I allowed to play it? Like, but what about after the conflict is over? You're not allowed to play it anymore, right? Is it like a limited edition? Can I play Warhammer 40k if I'm a Ukrainian, is what I want to know. Because apparently, like, an American, you can't. And again, like Ross Peterson, like, when you go through his profile, you see that he's a big fan of 40k. Very interesting. Is he going to snap at any point? According to his logic, not mine, by the way, right? Because he's playing video games that glorify the gun culture. Huh? Is he a gun enthusiast? Is he a gun fetishist? And even then, it's like, why just limit it at guns? I mean, if we're going to sanctify video games, you know, we need to bring some Jesus in it. We need to bring some Christian morality into it, like some piety, right? So, no more fornication in video games. No more lewd sex acts between anyone unless they're married. I mean, we need to have a pure morality. I mean, if we're going to break the 1980 talking points, let's do it properly, okay? No more rock music, because that's the music of the devil. You don't want the devil. Oh, no, the devil does bad things. Oh, we need to pull it out of the video games, right? No more socialism. Oh, my God, socialism kills. Oh, no, just religion, just piety. Piety in video games. Yeah. It is very interesting. If you work on any video game that uses modern-day firearms to shoot other humans, you need a real hard look in the mirror tonight. Getting ratio to high heaven, though. That's what I like seeing. This debate was lost the first time it happened. But, like, the first time it happened, you had boomers that really didn't understand what video games are. They haven't played them. But now I see a guy that's playing with Warhammer 40k being very concerned about video games that depict violence towards other humans. I don't know, maybe he doesn't know the lore and he thinks that the Space Marines only do violence towards the Xenos. What if, like, you have a video game where you play against the Ukrainians trying to bring freedom to their country, and you're fighting against the Russian oppression? Are you allowed to do that? Ross Peterson? Right. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you in the comment section. Take care.